Grand rising, everyone. Woo, woo. It is Wednesday, June the 25th. How you doing? How you doing today? My name, for those who don't know, my name is Lakeisha LeGrand, also known as Madam Finance, because I help everyday people build wealth with confidence. Whew, y'all, I'm just telling you, I'm so excited about today. I'm just so excited. I'm so excited about the Elizabeth. I'm so excited about today's show and our guests. I'm so excited about our future. You know, it's so good to have amazing friends in your life. You know, to send you beautiful sayings, to keep you grounded, to call you to remembrance. Okay? My girlfriend sent me something today. I said, okay, okay. We got to stop being a victim. Okay. We
Mhm.
owe it to us to be successful. We owe it to us. We owe it to us to live our full potential. I said, okay, then girl, I got it. I got it. I got it. Can't nobody do it but you. Can't nobody do it but you. God has given us everything we need to live the life that we want to live. If we're not where we're supposed to be, it ain't because of the devil. It's not because of our boss. It's not because of the president. It's not because of nobody but us. Because he gave us everything that we need to live the life that we want to live. So I'm just going to just stop right there. But everybody who knows, I love to start our show off with a millionaire and billionaire success story. uh I was just so happy when my mentor, Mr. Cartwright, had started doing it because I used to do it as a young girl. It gave me hope, it gave me inspiration. And so I just love talking about success stories. As African Americans, we need more success stories. Your nieces, your nephews, your children, your grandchildren. You know, we need more success stories. So today's success story is going to be on Damon John. Damon John's story is a testament to the power of perseverance and entrepreneurial spirit. He was born in 1969 in Brooklyn, New York. Damon grew up in a neighborhood where financial struggles were part of daily life. Raised by his mother, who worked multiple jobs to support the family, he learned early on the importance of hard work and self reliance. At just 16, Damon John started a small business from his mother's house, sewing hats and jerseys and selling them on street corners. His brand, FUBU, which meant for us, by us, quickly became a cultural phenomenon, gaining recognition from hip hop icons like LL Cool J, which helped it skyrocket to national fame. Fubu reached incredible heights, eventually being valued at over $6 billion.
Wow.
$6 billion. Damon's success in building Fubu led him to become a mentor and an investor, eventually joining the cast of Shark Tank, where his sharp business acumen and down-to-earth approach helped many entrepreneurs take their business to the next level. As of now, Damon's net worth is estimated at $350 billion. I mean, $1 million. I'm sorry. $350 million. Despite his wealth and fame, Damon never forgot his roots. He has used his platform to give back, started initiatives like the Damon John Academy, where he offers mentorship to aspiring entrepreneurs. He has partnered with organizations such as the American Cancer Society and Dress for Success, helping to empower underserved communities. His philanthropic efforts focus on providing financial literacy and entrepreneurship education to those who may not have had access to it otherwise. Damon also credits much of his drive to his daughter, whom he teaches the importance of financial literacy, resilience, and hard work. His own story, from selling hats on the streets of New York to building a multi-million-dollar empire, serves as an inspiration for anyone who dares to dream big. His journey shows that what determination, vision, and the willingness to take risk, anyone can overcome adversity and build a legacy of success. Today, Damon continues to shape the future of business, providing that wealth is not just about money, but also about empowering others to achieve their dreams. I do declare that everyone on here is a success story. Whether you in business, whether you have dreams, personal dreams, um, we all are success stories. One thing, we have to know what we want. What do you want? We have to know what we want. What do you want in health? What do you want in your marriage? What do you want? What kind of car do you want to drive? Like, what is it that you want? And you can get whatever it is that you want. There is nothing stopping you. We can't be a victim. You can't just live haphazardly. We need to know what it is that we want and go for it. You know, even if you're fearful, go for it anyway. Do it in fear anyway. Fear to me is false evidence appearing real. It's all an illusion. It's just an illusion. Go as far as you can see. When you get there, you're going to see some more. You're going to
Amen.
go out there, you're going to go for what you want, and God is going to send that person, the people that you need to help you elevate till you reach your goals. So I'm excited about our guest today. Woo, Rishard. I mean, I just always thought he was such an amazing person. He is truly an entrepreneur at heart, a loving man, a good husband, you know, two beautiful children. I mean, your wife, she just lucky. Your kids is just lucky. Anybody around you is just blessed because you always pouring into people,
Amen.
and
Praise
keeping
God for
it
that.
real. So, with that being said, oh, wait a minute, let me tell y'all a little bit about my buddy. He got so much going on. Hold on one second. Maybe I should just let you go ahead and take it away and introduce yourself, Rashad.
Oh yeah, I can do that. My name is Rishard Thomas. I'm the co-founder of Rolling Social Party Bike. We're a pedal pub downtown Detroit. We do the pedal bar tours downtown. We have a bike. Our bike it's just like the other bikes. We're just owner operated. We're locally owned and operated here in Detroit. I have a wife. Her name is Yastari Thomas. She's my one of the partner in this business. Also, I mean, she's not a owner, but she does so much behind the scenes. It's just amazing to see just the how she plugs into it. I have two children, Micah Miracle, a boy and a girl. Um, Such a blessing just to see them grow and be around them and just to pour into them and then pour into me. Um, we go to Impact Church in Novi. I love the Lord. I always tell people it's the Lord, the reason why me and Lynn, my business partner, are still doing this business. If it wasn't for him, we would have been gone. We've been ran out of money, but and just like Keisha was saying, you go as far as you can see. When you get there, you'll see some more. Graduated from Alabama State down in Montgomery, some years back. Um, you know, um, you know, got a degree, didn't do too much with it, but, cause I was at that point, I was in insurance, like I know Yvette, Lakeisha, met some other people in insurance. And we linked up. That's pretty much in a nutshell just that part of the story. Yeah.
That's awesome and amazing. So we're still celebrating um, fathers this month. And it's been amazing to see, you grow. Can you tell us, you say one of your children's name was Miracle.
Yeah.
So how did Miracle get that name?
So, you know, Star's mother passed away some years ago, and her name was Myra. And then like, me and Star, we were having our, issues. Some people, you know, have issues trying to have babies, and she was just a miracle baby. So we named her Miracle. So she named her Miracle. So that's how she got her name, Miracle. Yeah. From her grandmother. Yeah.
How do you spell it?
Myracle,
Okay.
like
Okay.
Myra, Care, Miracle. Yeah. And she's just so loving. She hugs all the teachers in the school every day. She just like it just be like she just be loving. You want to whoop her and then she just be just bubbling. And you have to whoop her. You like, still gotta whoop you now, even though you bubbly and I still she just so
How old is she?
she's
Both of
she's
them.
just 5. She's 5. She turned 6 in October, and Micah is he just turned 9 on June 15th.
Okay.
And I turned 43 on June 27th. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
like so 2 days from now. Yeah.
Wow.
Well, happy birthday, Earth Day.
Yeah, Earth Day.
Yeah, that's amazing. So, I remember the time when you all had not had children. And I
hmm
remember when you all wanted children.
hmm
And I saw your walking faith, and you just had that walking faith and kept believing and kept believing and kept believing. And it sure happened. What made you stay so grounded and just, what has helped you to stay so faithful to God?
Um, I would say, just really like, trying just like for me, it's seeing God really show up. When you start seeing God show up in things that you think he wouldn't show up in, like he do for other folk, and you see everybody being blessed. Around you, you go through hard times, see people get off social media because they don't want to see other people living their lives and God blessing them and sharing these memories and it's not happening for you. And so just for me, it was just, me and my wife, we just say, hey, we just gonna hunker down, and just stay consistent and stay committed to God. Not just stop going to church, don't stop, being around family, don't stop getting off social media, don't stop doing these things and just find other things that God can bless you in. Sometimes, it might not come over here, but he like, hey, put your hand to the plow over here. And then, I started doing things like that. And then things just started happening, as far as that part of my life, as far as with children, it just Micah, then you got Miracle, and, you just look back and you just like with the business, if, I let you, because I got a good, some stuff on that, but just it was 2024, in 23, with no money, so, but yeah, I mean, that is really just, just staying rooted with God, just not, not, st don't stop going to church. People will stop going to church because you mad at your situation. You ain't, everybody around you got kids, they got big families, they got one, two, three, four, five, you ain't got none, they like, what's wrong with you? So you just, you stay committed with God, you stay committed with your spouse and just you two. Not nobody on the outside, just y'all. So I think that's helped us through that part of our life, my life. Yep.
That is so amazing. And we have done so many things. Like I'm seeing Welcome Anna and Sweet Peaches, who is AKA Millionaire Mason and Latanya. Thank you all for showing up. I really truly appreciate you all. And a lot of us have done a lot of different things. But we haven't given up. I remember that one time where you and Lynn, I think even Kim Brooks,
Talking about the fireworks.
the fireworks.
Yeah. So yeah, we going to global empowerment, Art Cartwright, everybody, he was telling, teaching, how to get your products, from China. And so we knew to get fireworks, they wanted a container, so you're talking about 20, $30,000 for a container. So we knew we couldn't get the container. So what we did is, I did some research. I was gonna do it and then they was gonna do it. So we came together and did it together. And when we found the products here in Michigan. So they had a wholesaler in Lansing. So basically you get you a U-Haul truck, you get you a location. So we did that. Got us a location, got a U-Haul truck. We went we went on Craigslist and got a one of those fireproof tents. So me and Lynn out there and put this thing up, and a storm came through. Michigan storm and blew it down. So then we had to end up paying a company to do it, and then we got a good tent. So we ended up doing that for 3 weeks. And what one thing I learned from that is, if anybody that's listening that want to do the firework, you can go right up to Lansing, get your firework, get your LLC name, you can get you a bank account, all this little good stuff. Go up there, get you some products, put your, make your margins, and just get out there for 1 week. What we made in 1 week. You know what I'm saying? We shouldn't have been out there 3 weeks. I don't want to say these numbers on this computer, because everybody listening. But what we made in 1 week is worth doing it. Just going up to Lansing, getting you a U-Haul truck, getting you a tent. You can go. They got a little company that rent them out for about a couple $100s, and you make serious cash out there with them fireworks. But just for me, it was just a good start. It did got saturated. Everybody was doing it. Like everybody had the same clue. Like, hey, we can go up to the mission, up to Lance and get the fireworks ourselves. So yeah, we did that. Me and Lynn did a lot. We started with the fireworks. Then years later, we were in Global Empowerment. Then after we broke off from Global Empowerment, me and Lynn, another guy was gonna start a dollar store. But one thing I learned in that we didn't trust each other. And you'll say, dang, how y'all Christian, how y'all? We didn't trust each other. What I learned is we didn't put no money in. We did fundraising, did comedy show. We had Bruh Man here. We did a Mike Larry comedy show where we had at International Institute where we had a Christian comedy show. We were doing Mother's Day, Valentine's Day, basket. We were raising money for the business, but we never spent no money of our own. And what I learned is that's where that scripture talks about where your treasure is, that's where your heart will be also. You get what I'm saying? So we really didn't have our heart into it. So that business just never went nowhere. We met, we did all that, but we never put money into it. You know what I'm saying? Our own money. Like we did little money, but not our own money. And when you don't put your own money into something, you never really gonna get into it. So then we passed that period. So me and Lynn went away for some time after that business. We just everybody just split they took their money and left. So we all left. So I remember some years back, me and Star was down in that's my wife named Star. Name your Star, we call her Star. So me and Star was down there in Phoenix, Arizona. And I saw a party bike down there in Phoenix. I saw five of them come riding. I'm like, dang, five of them. Like, so I looked online and seen what they charged. They was charging 500 a tour. So you got five bikes at 500 a tour. You do the math. That's on at one time slot. So then they had 10 time slots lined up with five bikes going out I'm like, dang, these people down here making, and they're in Arizona, so they doing it all year round. I'm like, now this is before they came to Detroit. But at that time, I didn't look at it. And a lot of books I read, they always say opportunity comes, it's too late to prepare. You got to always be prepared for opportunities in life. God gonna send us like 3 or 4 ideas a year, and if we just take that idea, think on it, go to Habakkuk 2, write the vision down, make it plain that men that see it may run with it. Once we do that, because if we're not writing it down,
Mm.
we ain't even gonna be able to understand it. A lot of times, I just want to side note, like with Jeff Bezos. People don't know that I study a lot of, I mentor art, taught to, study millionaires and billionaires. But one of the ones I study, like Jeff Bezos, Todd Graves, the only raising Cain, but Jeff Bezos had said that he was working his job in New York and he left his job to go back to Seattle to work on his vision, his business plan for Amazon. Now at this time, he was telling people, hey y'all, I'm about to get an online company and they're gonna buy from me used books. People don't know. Amazon didn't sell nothing but used books, but he started and wrote his vision down. He made it plain. What them people be doing with your packages? They running with it. He got to be a Christian. He got to be. Gotta be a Christian. Because that's what they doing. They got 3 minutes to go house to house to bring your packages all day, all day. So, but with him, he said, write that vision down. He said his wife was driving the car. That's why I love my wife. She was driving the car. He was in the passenger seat writing the vision for Amazon. At that time, it was just used books. He was probably telling his friend, hey y'all, I'm gonna sell used book. Man, who the hell gonna buy some used books from you? Used books. They can get a new book. How much you gonna sell them for? Well, $10. They can buy school books, used books for $10. And then you look up, it all was history. He then he went to his friend and said, hey, y'all need $10,000 a piece. You give me 10,000. It's like everybody. Yvette, you got 10. Evelyn, you got 10. Stacy, you got 10. Sharonda, you got 10. Sister, you got 10. Everybody give me 10. They believed in his vision. And look up. Now they sell Amazon went from used books to doing Kindles. Now you can get books on the little handhelds. Then they went from Kindles to doing products. Then they went from products to now you can sell your product. And they let the people from China come in and sell all knockoff. China was selling all knockoff on Amazon at one point, all knockoff. Then that's when that's when Alibaba came apart. Because they said that, oh shoot, that's what Amazon doing. And look up, multi-billion, trillion-dollar company. The same thing with me. The same thing. It don't change. The story don't change. Just the faces change. Lakeisha's face, my face, your face. We just don't write that vision down. We don't make it plain enough. We don't even trust it. Just like I said with the dollar store. Me and my business partner, we didn't make it plain enough. We didn't really believe it. But with this bike business, we sat down for 3 years, week after week after week of doing it. To 2023, didn't have enough money. So I started working part-time at a pizza restaurant. 3 years straight, part-time delivering pizzas. Because I had a full-time job. I got a wife. I got 2 kids. They in programs, summer school. I got massive debt, right? But I got a vision. I got a plan. Got good credit. A lot of people can't say that. They got good credit. I still got a 750. How you do that? Ask God. He'll tell you. God did it. In 2023, me and Lynn, we was in the meetings. We was ready to launch the business. I'm telling you, got the bikes from China. But I'm gonna tell you something else in a minute. You can't buy everything from the Chinese. Tell you that right now. Can't buy everything from the Chinese. You buy toilet paper, chairs, TVs, electronics, but you can't buy everything from those Chinese. So look at this. 2023. We done got the bikes here from China. I done did the import export marketing. I mean import export, bring the products. Got the container, got the whole everything. Got the bikes coming in. The bikes coming in on 2 containers. We got 2 bikes up, right? We invest in 2 bikes. American bikes, they want 100,000 a bike. I ain't got 100,000. You need 2 of them to be in the business. At least 2. The other company got downtown Detroit. Y'all see them? Each of them got 10. They got 10 apiece. Come on now. Let's do the math. 10 apiece times 500 tour. Everybody and our cousin on their tours. Everybody. I be down there like, dang, they got everybody. Listen, I was down there last week. I saw some friends and family down there on somebody else's bike. Didn't support me. I ain't mad. You'll support me in the future. Maybe you ain't know. I don't know. I ain't mad. Hey, so look, 2003, me and Lynn got the bikes here. So at this time, the city say and the state say you gotta have registration and insurance. At this time, they giving me the running around. Look at me. They giving me the running around. They hearing my voice on that phone. I'm like, hey, I need to have somebody else call for me. There's no way. I'm telling my wife, they giving me the running around. There's no way. So I'm calling all these insurance companies. He like, it's gonna be 45,000 for what you want to do. And that's a year, 35,000. That's like 5,000 a month. I ain't got no 5,000. Oh no, you gotta call somebody else. So we calling people. So the bikes get here. So we find a place to get the bikes off the container. We ain't know, because we ain't never did nothing like this before. We ain't like these other companies. We find out the franchise. I call it franchise company. That's how I found out the gimmick. You call a franchise to learn the business, okay? Tip note. to see what everything they do up until the point they had you sign that non-disclosure agreement because you can't get caught up in the line. Everybody on here knowing about insurance companies. Soon as you leave that insurance company, go somewhere else, they got you as a non-compete clause for the first 2 years. So you really can't be selling that business. You go in there and sell that business, you're gonna be in some trouble. They can sue you. It's the same thing with this type of thing with franchises. So what you do is you just get enough information up to the point of time to sign that paperwork. Oh no, I'm about to get up out of there. So 2023, we get the bikes here. We had we got a place to let us use that dock. I thought he had like a dock where you could actually back the bikes off the container. Soon as we get there, it's a cooling dock for like bringing in food and like chicken and like fish. So we got two containers set up side by side. So we had one person picking up our bikes off the container. So as soon as they get off the dang on bike, the damn bike didn't move. I done spent $45,000 and the bike didn't move. One of the bikes. I'm in the man. I'm like, what? I'm like, Jesus, where you at? The bike supposed to move. He like, I'm right here. But shit, I'm like, Liam, what we gonna do? Liam like, I don't know, Rashad. Shoot. I'm like, the dude that could do that. I got the lot saying, hey man, y'all gotta move. I got trucks coming in, y'all on the way. So the dude took it, got the bike off. So we got one bike. So we get the bike off. We didn't have nowhere to store. So we say, okay, where we gonna store these dang on bike? So we got the bikes whirling. Both of them. Well, it wasn't no problem with the bike. Okay, it was actually working. They actually unhooked the battery, so it wouldn't tear. Okay, so we was okay. So we got the bike. So we ain't got nowhere to store these bikes now. We got two 15-foot bikes. Nobody gonna store them because we don't have insurance, we don't have registration for them. We can bring them over into America, but you gotta have registration for a vehicle or a bike. We didn't know that. Okay. So we're gonna put them in our backyards, put some containers over, cover them up, right? So we did that. So get started, all that. Fast forward. One of the bikes just never worked again. Right? So I'm just out of that money. That money gone, right? That just gone. Okay. The other bike worked. So we got the business up and going, right? Boom. Did these tours with the bike. We had one good bike. So now I'm already out of money, right? So, we have the one good bike. So we do the tours. So we fast forward to 2024. So that's 2023. I'm still working part-time, working full-time, saving money, doing all that. We still ain't made no money. We paying insurance for the bike. So I finally find somebody for insurance, 7,000 a year, which is still better than 45,000. Then you got your city, you got to get your clearances. Now your city, I just felt like this. I ain't even gonna say that, but you got your city, and you finally get approved, you get all that going. So then we fast forward to 24. We get the launch going, we do all that. And I'm just telling y'all the part about disappointment to show you that God there all the time. God there all the time. All the time. You hurting, you losing money, you don't know what's going on. You got people, going through it in their own life, people losing people, marriages, people getting divorced, all this going on around you. You walking like ain't nothing wrong, but you know something wrong. But I'm still going to church now because I ain't leaving God because he ain't left me. So we fast forward. We in 2024. We done launched the business. That's what I say and I'm about to show you where God showed up. We launched the business, right? Did a launch party, did all that, did the whole shebang. Miss Sheila White was there, and some other people was there. We did all that. They had everything, had people out there, all that. Launched the business, right? Did tours and everything, right? And then what happened? The damn bike broke down again. Now we found a manufacturer in America that could fix it, right? So they fixed it. Do about 5, 6 more tours. Then it happened again. Bang. That's why I say you can't buy everything from China. But this where God showed up. He sent us a person that sent us a brand new bike for way worse, way like a bike that costs 100,000. we got it for like 5%, 10% of that. $100,000 bike for like 5% of that. Out of nowhere. Out of nowhere. From the manufacturer we want to get a bike from. We have found a manufacturer want to do a deal. That's why I say like God started sending people to us. As I was out there in the deep water, it's just like with Peter and the people in the Bible. Sometimes he'll tell you to throw out into the deep water. But in the deep water, it's going to be scary. It's going to be real scary out there in that deep water of life and success. Because when you're trying to do like multi-million-dollar ideas, they not for the weak. You like, I mean, like she was talking about that fear. The Bible says, work out all your salvation with fear and trembling. You're gonna be scared. I'm gonna be scared. You think I wasn't scared? I was scared, but I knew I had a plan. I knew because I never gave up equity. Because me and Lynn haven't gave up equity, we own the business. See, the one thing you don't want to do in business, I'm doing all this work. Well, I'm gonna get somebody that equity and he ain't gonna do no work. He ain't gonna be out here driving the tours. He ain't gonna be out here running these ads. He ain't gonna be out here updating the website. They want to give money. Like we have investors. I had 2 or 3 investors coming to me within the last month because they seen the popularity we got. You know, the Metro Detroit we popping. We selling. We done sold out this weekend. You know, if y'all can go to our website, rollingsocialdetroit.com, and, you know, check out, we sold out. We selling out this Saturday. We got next Saturday sold out. You know, my mom booking. She got her family booking. You know, we was out there last weekend, Friday, Saturday. The weekend before that, we was selling out. You know, God wants you to get to the finish line. He said he the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end. See, we want God, like, I'm at the beginning when you writing that vision. That's the beginning. I'm that alpha now. That's where I'm at that beginning. But you got to do the work. Faith without works is dead. So if I ain't doing the work, but I'm talking about, oh, I got all this faith, I'm doing it, but I ain't doing no work. That's dead. God can't do nothing with me. But if I go to the end, and the reason why I gave it to y'all, this true story, because God said, I'm a testimony. See, people are going to be saved by 2 ways, the blood of the
Mm.
lamb and the word of the testimony. And I'm that living testimony that God ain't going to leave me or forsake me. He ain't leave me and Lynn. No, he wants us to keep on going, to keep on fighting, despite of China, despite of a broke bike. So what? God sent me a brand new bike that's 10 times better. The bike offers 56 spots to advertise for all you millionaires on here. You hear me?
Oh,
56 spots to advertise on. The bike for China, you couldn't advertise nothing on.
mm.
14 spots where people can book seats. We launching trap karaoke. We got a host named DeLorean. He's singing here in Detroit. He gonna be on there launching. We gonna have gospel, you know, R&B, hip hop, karaoke. People booking the bike out. See, the devil is a lie.
Mm.
I ain't no quitter. I'm David. I'm gonna slay my Goliath. Flat out. I ain't scared. I got a maintain that Art Cartwright pulled up in Rolls Royce Phantoms and Bentleys. I was his chauffeur. I used to do the little people didn't know that I'm in there serving in global empowerment, out there doing birthday parties and weddings in his Maybach. People ain't know that because I'm humble. I ain't out here bragging. So what? I done did it because I ain't ashamed. I was out delivering pizzas with a college degree in the heart of my, you know, people like, go get another job. For what? I need my time. I need my time. My wife, she be helping. She help with the ads. Her ads be fire. You know, she be fired, but you know, that's her main job. That's what I'm saying. God, the Bible says, who finds a wife finds a good thing and receive favor from the Lord. This is all favor. It might look bad. People be like, oh man, I be done, but you ain't me. See, God didn't choose you, he chose me.
Mm.
I heard Bill Winston say a couple years ago, he was talking about you know, you got two things in the Bible, you got two people in the Bible, the kings and the priests. Some people called to be kings and some people called to be priests. See, I'm called to be a king and I'm called to make king. See, my business model ain't just for me. That's what I want to get to right now. I got to tell y'all that. See, my business model ain't just for me. See, you can't compete with me in Detroit. We got Miami. We got New Orleans. These is already placed. They already doing it. I ain't got to reinvent the wheel. I got the plug with the bikes. You come with me. I got the system. We can either do a franchise, we can do a partnership. I can help you get the bikes to your city. I don't need the money no more. I got the plug now. God gave me the plug to a person that build the bike, that build the best bikes in the country. These bikes got retractable ceilings. That means you can actually go inside of a container and go in. These ain't like the other bikes downtown. Our bikes got karaoke systems with microphones. They got two side benches. You got to check out. Listen, 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 man, listen, let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. Let me tell you this. God doing something amazing. You say, Rishard, I want to do it in Grand Rapids. Come on now, let's get it. I want to do it in Travis. Let's get it. They ain't got no black experience like mine out there. They stuff is boring. Everybody done been on them. That's why I did it. They stuff boring. People riding around. Our bikes, they be on there dancing, having a good time. Bring this lady brought a pan of chicken on that boy. Come on now, I ain't with it. It's like a cabaret hall. Do it. Bring your chicken on there. They ain't gonna let you bring them but some chips. Bring your water, your snack, BYOB. Everybody don't drink, but you can. We got we stopping at the best places. We got restaurants downtown. This thing is moving. And see, that's what I'm saying. This is a thing that anybody can plug into. It's just like what Raising Cane, Todd Graves said with Raising Canes. He said, find that one thing you good at. All he sell is five items on his menu. Chicken strips, Texas toast, sauce, coleslaw. That's it. Chicken strips, Texas toast, coleslaw, sauce, and some fries. That's it. Five items. They have over 900 stores worth over $15 billion from five. Because just find one thing you're good at. See, I can't be good at everything. I can't get a hotel or a movie theater. I might want all that, but let me just be good at these experiences. And that's the one thing I want to tell people. Don't try to be good like somebody else. Be good at what you're good at. I'm good at these experiences. I'm that person that's gonna keep pressing despite of. I'm not gonna quit. And I'm just thankful for the people in my life that's helping contribute to our success. Like I said, I want to, give a big shout out to my partner, Lynn. He's in it too. He's just not on here. He's out working, saving money, just like me. I work a full-time job too. As soon as I get off this, I got to go clock in right after this. But, I'm just letting people know that you can keep pressing. I tell the realness of it because I don't want people to think that business is easy. See, sometimes a lot of people will tell you, oh, it's always good. But then you see them homeless. You like, man, I thought it was always good, man. You out here homeless. Oh, man, we went through a rough patch. See, God wanted them to tell you. That was the testimony they were supposed to tell you. And then you would have, they could have helped you along your way. I'm telling you, don't quit. Keep pressing. Don't lose heart. Don't faint. Don't falter. I'm telling you, it can work out. If you want to plug in with Rolling Social, Party Bike, you say, hey, Rishard, I ain't got no money. I'm not looking for money. I need workers. That's what Todd Graves said. He said he not looking for he don't make franchisees. He do partners, because partners gonna work just like the owner. See, franchisees just want to be out on the boat, on the golf course, but now your business faltering. And then that's how we see it close McDonald's. We wonder how McDonald's closing is because that person that invested in didn't really want to get in and grind and work it. That's the one thing I always tell, you gotta grind it. You gotta work. And I want to say this last scripture and I'm done. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not yet seen. What is now? Now is right now on this call. That's faith. The substance. What is substance? That's a drink. I'm gonna drink some of this water. So drank faith, right? The substance of things hoped for. What's things? Cars, houses, building housing projects in Detroit with containers. We can get that from China. We can get some containers from China and put some homeless people in them containers and have the city and the state pay for them. I can do that. We can buy a container from China. We don't throw the baby out with the bathwater. We throw the bathwater out and keep the baby. You know, China, you can't buy everything from China, but certain things the substance things hope for, the evidence. What's the evidence? That's that work. Don't nobody want to do no work. Don't nobody want to show God no evidence. How do you prove your case in court? You got to provide evidence. The prosecutor provide evidence. The defense provide evidence. That's how you know a Christian, by the fruit or the evidence, right? Your evidence, you providing the judge who is God. God's the judge. Your evidence of what you believe in for. Your evidence of things not yet seen. Your evidence. So you got to have some evidence. And what's my evidence? Meeting every week. What's my evidence? Going to the pizza restaurant Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, missing baseball games and football games. What's that? That's the evidence. What's the evidence? Putting money in the bank account for the business. What's the evidence? Paying for marketing strategies and putting money into the business. What's the evidence? Paying people for that. That's the evidence of things not yet seen. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not yet seen. You gotta do the work. If you do the work, I promise you, God showed up for me. And I ain't nobody special. I'm telling you, I ain't that special. God showed up for David. David wasn't special. David just heard the opportunity and showed. Sometimes you will hear an opportunity and you better move on that opportunity. He's heard him. He disrespected. I know this nigga didn't disrespect us again. I know I didn't hear it. Yeah, he said he gonna slay everybody. Okay, well he ain't say it to me. Well, he said it to somebody. Well, I'm stepping up. Hey, I'm that boy. I'm David. I'm the modern day David in 2025. You the modern day David in 2025. We the modern day Davids, and we gonna slay these Goliaths. And he stepped up. He ain't had nothing but a smooth stone. That's all he had with what he had. Like Ecclesiastes say, 9 and 10, whatsoever your man hand finds to do, do it with all your strength and your might. All he had was a slingshot. All I got is rolling social. All he had is a slingshot. He stood up there to Goliath and slang that boy. And Goliath fell where he lay. And everybody praised David, a little boy. And that's the same thing with me. And I'm gonna slay this Goliath called success. And then the same thing with health. I always tell people, it's the same thing. Now faith is. You gotta walk out that thing. You gotta walk out your health. You gotta walk out your wealth. Walk by faith. You gotta actually start walking. A lot of people just want to stand by faith. They ain't really say, they don't say stand. They say walk. And I promise you, and I'm done, y'all. I just wanted to just get that out to y'all. You know, it's been on me to get it out there to the masses to let them know, hey, you know, God is still a working God. He's still doing great things, fabulous things, awesome things for people, just like you and me. I'm just gonna tell you, it ain't hard, but it's worth the reward. We sold out this weekend. I wish I could share my screen and just show y'all the sellouts. I just show you the sellouts.
Yes, you can do that. You can do that. Queen can give you the so you can share, give you the power. We call it give you the power. Cause you was laying some powerful nuggets. Y'all see, this is my friend. This is my friend. Y'all see why I'm so happy? I love this guy. That is my buddy right there. He is always uplifting and always encouraging. Sometimes I had to get that. I be like, oh, he keeps you on fire, baby. And you know, while she's giving you the power, that's what Mr. Cartwright used to always say. If you haven't lost a whole lot of money and made a whole lot of mistakes, you ain't did nothing, baby. You ain't did that. You playing around. You playing around. Start making some mistakes. Start losing some money. You know that you are in the right direction and you following in the footsteps of millionaires and billionaires. Because you best to believe they done lost a whole lot of money and made a whole lot of mistakes.
Let me
Ooh.
know. So this is our website. Okay. Y'all can see it?
Yes.
Okay, so this is our website. So a customer comes on our experience. This is for anybody that's interested in doing it. I got a hold to this, I'm gonna tell y'all. Now I know I be talking a lot, but I got a marketing agency that I work with that do our marketing. So it's not just Rishard just getting on here making a website. So I'm letting y'all know it's not just that. We got marketing agency, we got Bird's Eye, that's another good site that's good for this. I mean, it might not good for every business, but it's good for this because it verifies you on 42 different websites, and you want to be verified with your business on Bing. You want to be verified on Yahoo. You want to be verified on Google. This all helps your algorithm for your business. So when somebody comes on Google and they searches out your business, you want them to find you, right? So you come on our website. First thing you get to, you got individual seats. All of our experiences include karaoke. All our bikes come with two, so you can go here, you can book it there. Got specialty tour. These are all new. We got the trap karaoke on wheels. Be your next rock star. People will ride down Detroit or any city on the bikes. Pedaling around. You know, and and enjoy. Have to pedaling around. Got food on there, drinks on there. Then got kids' birthdays right here. You can go there. So we go book. So these are all our products. You got to have a product, and this is what, when the guys, they teach you about the friend, this man, I'll tell you, you want to go as much as you can get some information. You still want to go, and that's the thing I got from him. So he said, you want to have these products. So these are our products, right? And so, you want to, you got your individual seat. These are for your people that this is how I break it down. These are for your people that don't, hard to get people's money together. You got those type of groups. You got a group where, you put your money up for them. Now you hound them down to get your money back. That's this group, individuals. So you go there, 29.99. It got your experience. We got a full tour operating software in here. This is another company we partner with, so it's not just our website, so it's secure and everything like that. People go on the website. You can, you got trap karaoke, you can in the individual public crawl. So we got what's today, June 28th. So on June 28th, all these reds is sold out. So we got three sellouts here, right? And then in here, you got another one right here at 9:15 on Friday. That's another sellout. So that's one, that's four, right there. Then you turn around July 5th, we got another one. We got two sellouts, right? So we just, yeah, we ain't blowing out like our competitors, right? But you see, I don't despise small beginnings. I got to start from somewhere. You can't despise a mustard seed. You got to have a mustard seed of faith. A lot of time people, I would tell my godmother in Atlanta, the measure of faith. Think about a ruler. Think of the measure of faith, the ruler. The ruler has notches all the way down the ruler, right? So you might only have a millimeter of faith. God will meet you with that. You might not have 12 inches of faith, right? But I done been out there deep long enough, so I know I can get that 9 inches of faith, 10 inches of faith. You know what I'm saying? I believe God will, once I, get past some hurdles in business. You just learn some things. We got our social up here. You got your Instagram. You want to have that. Your people dancing, having a good time. You got this video. Um, a little Instagram video. This is one of my wife videos, some of her work. She's good at this. That's what she does in her job. See, God lined us up. I didn't know that she was doing that at the time. We got the little videos, people, booking. You got you want to have that in this business because it's all about what they see. Because we don't have a brick and mortar business, so everything is is about seeing the bite, seeing the experiences. But yeah, that's it in a nutshell. How do I let me stop sharing that. Um, Yep. So that's the business. That's our business right there. That's Rolling Social Detroit Paddle Bar. We're locally owned and operated, black owned business here in the city of Detroit. And we're gonna take 20% of their business. That's just what the goal is, to get 20% of their business. Right now we got one bike. We believe in God for a second one. We believe in God for more cities, more operators coming under the name. This is not just a thing for me. And the thing about it is, like, a lot of people always say, "Oh, Rashad, you should go preach." God don't need me to preach. He got me right where he need me to be at. He need me to be the person that's sending money. Somebody say, "Hey, Rishard, we got I brought the containers in. We need to get some beds." Okay, well, I got some money to get some beds in there. Okay, we need to get this. I'm the type person gonna send resources. I'm the type person. We got a soup kitchen. Let me go in the back and fry the chicken. Let me do the work in the back. Let me be behind the scenes. Don't let me, I don't need the person. I can speak and I can talk, but let me do the work because you need somebody getting work done. And that's what I'm about. Like with our business, I'm on the tech side. I'm dealing with the vendors, the website builders, the marketing companies, the marketing agencies, just the whole other side of it. My business partners, he's more on he runs our day-to-day operations, making sure the tours go out, stuff like that. Yep.
I have a question for you. What's one lesson you've learned in business that completely changed your life?
Not going cheap. Not going cheap. Like if you like I felt like with the bikes, at that time I was in global empowerment, so I looked at the business as um everything was like you could buy everything from China. You know what I'm saying? And look back now in hindsight, I mean I wouldn't in this business you would never know. You just gotta do it. But in hindsight, I look now is you can't go cheap with stuff. In certain businesses, you gotta just like with a restaurant, you can't go out there and buy a used stove. Soon the stove go out, the restaurant done, so it's the same thing. So like with this, I would have I would have waited a little longer, probably because we did this during the pandemic. Trump was in office in the same time, so he had tariffs on everything coming in. So we paid a little bit extra money on something. Yeah, I just felt like we would have. That's really it. Just don't go cheap. Like if the next bike, like I said, we're gonna get the best of the best. Yeah.
Okay, we have two hands up thus far. Sharonda and then Queen.
Okay, you talked about the promotions on the bike. Are you able to talk about the pricing on that, or where does the pricing start at?
Yeah. So if you want to rent for like the on the weekend, right? Our prime now you
The
can't.
advertisement.
Oh, the advertising the bike. Oh
Yes.
yeah. So okay, so we got right now we run the special. So we're going from summer to summer. So you can get right now to then. So and on the bike we have let me see if I can pull that up for you. But on the bike we have the inner, let me go back to it for you.
You ever said the big deal?
You said what, ma'am?
Someone was talking to
I was
her
on
from
the
her
tech call.
job.
You said summer to summer, so
Oh
that's
yeah, so
the
yeah,
part.
so summer to summer, so you will get summer to summer. So the inner bar where the patrons sit at, right? So where the patrons on the bike, that's where everybody's sitting on the pedals at. Are you on the website now? Let me pull it up for you.
Mhm.
Hold on a second.
And while you pulling that up, Queen,
Yeah, I just wanted to get your information to contact you.
Yep. I'm put that right in the chat right now.
Okay, you have confirmed so much just from the very beginning. Everything that you said is my life, and I love your energy and I love your honesty and I love your faith because faith, I mean, it's everything you said. It was on point for me. And when you first started off and you said about pulling people together but nobody was coming out of their own pocket. They want to work, and do that. Let's raise the money, but out of their own pocket. And that was when God blessed me with a 90,000 square foot building, I paid nothing. The man put the keys in my hand. I had meetings in there with groups and stuff. But when it came down to, okay, I was able to operate in there and walking people around and them looking at the space that they would want. But the bottom line was nobody was coming up with the money, with the money, And when I realized that, how the people were attracted to the vision, but the money coming out of your pocket, being able to pay that every month, so on and so forth. So the project fell through, and I asked God, I said, what happened? Because I could see the very, paper clip on the floor. I could see that's how visual I am, and writing it down and stuff. And what God showed me, he said, okay, now that you see that it can be done, no problem. I didn't even have to come out of money. Man gave me favor with his staff and everything. But the foundation was not there. And so I had to now lay the foundation. But all of it, like you said, not all of it is good. Everything that you go through, it's good. It's for purpose. It's your college. You know, you're learning this. So I just want to thank you. Thank you for coming on, and I'll get your information and connect with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna put my a phone number in the chat. You can always think that way. I'm gonna put the I'm trying to get this link for the advertisement, but because I got the placement, because we dropped the prices down, Sharonda, and I want to make sure you get the right pricing lead. So that's my phone number. I'm a I'm gonna send it to you off this call because I don't have it at ready available. Hey, Star, can you email this to me so I can put in this link real quick?
So he does have the telephone number on. He has his website. We have a lot of people.
I might
They
email it. Let me have him email this to me so I can put this on the chat real quick and then. But yeah, you go ahead.
uh, some say, all right, Pastor Rishard, preach. Most people are saying that this was powerful, real talk. You were sharing people's favorite scriptures. People are saying this was very encouraging. Thanks for sharing. Somebody said what you were saying, period. Like, period. Hold fast, period. Somebody said your launch party was amazing. And how can we find, because one thing that's important while we're in business is that we have to share each other. So where can we follow you at? I would love for everyone, for him sharing his story, being so enlightful, to follow him on social media. So where can we follow you at?
Uh, but I'm not I had to get that to you. Hold on, I got it right here. Hold on, you can follow me at Rolling Social, um, Detroit. I'll put it in there. Rolling Social Detroit. Or you can follow. You can add me on Facebook also under Rishard Thomas.
You on
But
Instagram?
yep, Instagram is all at Rolling Social Detroit. Facebook, TikTok also Rolling Social Detroit. It's all the same. Yep. Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. So we are at the hour. It is 9:59, and I just want to say thank you to all that has showed up today. Um, I'm just so thankful that God is bringing some amazing people to help and share so that we all can grow. We all can be better. We all can learn from this. It's only 1 hour out your day, and I appreciate you, Yvette and Anna, Queen. I can't see everybody. It was like 17 or 18 people on. I just want to say thank you so much for being here because you could be doing something else. Pat yourself on the back for getting this knowledge because I know that you walked away with some golden nuggets. Do not give up. Know what you want. So with that being said, it's 9:59. Everybody, let's give ourselves a hug because sometimes we don't give ourselves enough grace and mercy to ourselves. So let's hug ourselves. I love me so much. I love to kiss myself sometimes. Let's hug the world because the world needs a hug too. And let's sprinkle love and light to those that are in authority, that is in authority, because they need love and light. We send enough love and light to those in authority. You do not know the magnitude of things that could change. So I thank you. I love you all.
Hey, Lakeisha,
Yes.
Sharonda, text me at my phone number, your information, so I can send it over to you, okay? All right. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Rishard.
You're
I
welcome.
knew you was gonna give it. I knew it. I knew it. I've been waiting since last year to get him on here.
Y'all have a great day. I thank you for your
God
time. Y'all
bless.
be
Peace
blessed.
out.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Have